Hello and welcome. I am over the moon to bring my yoga passion to expert orthopedics. My name is Hannah Manjett, and you can find me on my website at hannahmanjett.com. We are going to be doing a little bit of abdominal work with our chair, and then we are also going to be getting up and doing a couple of standing postures. So I will demonstrate them first and explain to you how you should be feeling in them, and then we'll be doing them together. So first off, we will be doing our abdominal work to strengthen our core in the chair. So, we not only want to strengthen our core, of course, to get those nice tight abdominals, but our core is, we oftentimes hear about it called the powerhouse. Well, our core is our trunk. It's what supports us. And a strong core, strong abdominals is what relieves a lot of back pain. And I have a lot of back issues. And the more I've done yoga and Pilates and strengthened my internal core muscles, those deep muscles inside, I have experienced a lot less back pain. And so we can think of our core, we think about it as a house. Those front abdominals, those six-pack abs, for example, that's just the front, it's the front door. And our obliques, the sides, that's the side of the house. And our back muscles, and our spine is actually, that's the back of the house, the back of the powerhouse of the core. So our back is actually part of the core. Our diaphragm, just part of the breathing muscle, is the roof of the house. And then our pelvic floor muscles is actually the basement, I guess, or the bottom of the house. So that's kind of a way that you can think about your powerhouse or your core. So we not only strengthen our abdominals to maybe make our fronts look nice, but we also strengthen our core to support so many different areas of our body and just to help us function better in our daily lives. So, I will be demonstrating, and as always, you'll hear me say this over and over again, we want a nice neutral spine. We want to sit up nice and straight. So when we're on this chair, you should be able to feel the bony part of your bottom, your ischial tuberosities, make contact with that chair. Now, if you can't feel that, you're probably tucking your pelvis a little bit, and you have a little bit of a curved spine. It's very common. A lot of us have a curved spine because we sit most of the day. And in yoga and Pilates, we work on reversing sort of this effect, which is created because of many years of driving, many years of sitting at a desk, many years of typing. So we want to sit up straight, stack that spine, stack those vertebrae one on top of the other, plant those ischial tuberosities on the chair, roll those shoulder blades back and down, and engage the front of that core. So pull that belly button back to the low back. So we're going to place our hands behind our neck. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to bring our left elbow towards our right knee. Inhale, exhale, right elbow to left knee. So we're just alternating here. With every exhale, we bring alternate elbow to alternate knee. Twisting at the midline, at the waist. So it's really important to have a straight spine when we're doing this. And I'll show you why. If we have a curved spine, if my pelvis is tucked, this is what it'll look like. And the difference is, I'm not really feeling anything in my core when I'm doing that. My muscles aren't engaged at all. So, sort of defeats the purpose of doing the exercise. And also, since there's a little bit of a twisting motion, when we curve our spine, there's a little bit of a risk of causing some discomfort and twisting in your SI joint. And we definitely don't want to do that because that can cause a lot of discomfort and a lot of pain. I know from personal experience. So it's definitely important to keep a nice straight spine when you're twisting at all. Any sort of twists. So a nice straight spine. Alright, let's do this together. I'm sure I have over-explained it to you. So nice straight spine. We're making contact with the chair with those bony parts of our bottom. Core is engaged, so belly button to low back. Hands are behind the neck. We're going to inhale, exhale, left elbow up to right knee. Inhale, exhale. Nice straight spines. Twisting from the waist. You should definitely be feeling this in your core. So in the front of your core, in that front door area, and then in your obliques in the side. Breathing. Let's do 5 more on each side. Last 3. 2. And 1. And 1. Awesome job. So now let's stand up. We're going to be doing triangle pose. Triangle pose not only stretches the side of your body, but it also strengthens your entire torso. So let's start by standing with our right foot facing our chair, the toes facing our chair, and then our left foot, the inside of that foot, will be facing the chair. So if we were to look down, our right heel should be able to intersect the middle of the inside of our left foot. And our stance should be, about 3 feet apart. So we have a fairly wide stance. Stand up nice and straight. We want a nice little micro bend in those knees, so being mindful that they're not locked. We should be able to reach down and touch our kneecap, and it should be soft. It should be able to move around. And one of those arms out into a T position. Roll those shoulders back and down. Engage that core. Back to that core, belly button into the spine. We're going to kick out that left hip and reach forward. So reach over that right foot, like someone's pulling you with a rope. And then set down your right hand on the seat of the chair and bring that left arm up towards the sky. And so from here we can start making little adjustments in the pose. So the tendency in the right shoulder will be to sink down into it, and we want to lift up out of it. Lifting up out of that joint creates more work for us. It helps to strengthen our body. But by sinking into the joint, it just puts that joint at risk for injury, which we don't want. And then we want to open up that left shoulder. So bring your left hand forward a little bit left shoulder back, and then reach up, engaging that core, gazing up at the sky, breathing, nice little soft micro bend in the knees. And then we can set that left hand down and bring the left foot to meet the right. And now we'll do it on the other side. So, now that left foot, those left toes will be facing the seat of the chair. The inside of our right foot will be facing the seat of the chair, and if we were to look down, that left heel would be able to intersect the middle of the inside of the right foot. And we have about a 3-foot stance. And again, our knees are nice and soft, they're not locked, so we should be able to reach down, and our kneecaps should be nice and soft. They should be able to move around a little bit. Arms are onto a T position. We're going to inhale, exhale, kick out that right hip and reach forward. Release that left hand down to the seat of the chair. Right arm comes up to the sky. Lifting up out of that left shoulder. Bringing that right hand forward a bit. Peeling open that right shoulder. Engaging that core. And breathing. Bring that right hand down to the seat of the chair. Bring the right foot to meet the left. And now we'll just go into a down dog, just to sort of stretch out our spine a little bit and reconnect to our breath. So let's step our feet back. We want a nice wide stance. So it's just about maybe mat width apart, a little bit wider than hip width. Palms are on the seat of the chair. We're going to extend those palms back towards the back of the seat of the chair. And then extend your head down in between your upper arms, your shoulder area. And so from here, we're engaging that core. Still pull that belly button up towards the low back. And lengthen through the spine. So you're reaching forward with those palms while you're extending your hips backward. Really extend, reach backward with your tailbone. Keeping that core engaged. And breathe. Inhales and exhales. And then let's bring our torso back up and walk our feet to the seat of the chair. So from here, we're going to move into dolphin pose, which is similar to down dog. But dolphin pose strengthens our entire upper body quite a bit. So the foot positioning is the same, where we want a nice, strong base. So slightly wider than hip width. Make sure we're firmly planted on those toes and on those feet, all 4 corners. So my tendency is I like to put my weight on the outside of my feet naturally. So I always have to be mindful to evenly distribute my weight on the inside of my foot as well. Engage that core, so pull those bellies up and in. We're going to put our forearms on the seat of the chair. Lifting up out of those shoulders. The tendency again will be to sink into them. We want to lift up out of them, creating strength in the shoulder girdle. Now we're going to clasp our hands, and from here we're going to inhale, and as we exhale we're going to send our head back in between our shoulders. And this is dolphin. Breathing here, keeping that core engaged. So now if we're really feeling sassy, we can move into swimming dolphin. So if you have any shoulder issues or discomfort, or if you have limited mobility in your shoulder joints, you should just stay in regular dolphin pose. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're always listening to our body in yoga. But if you'd like to give swimming dolphin a try, this is what you do. You inhale forward. So you bring your face over your hands. Exhale back. All the while keeping that core engaged. Really important to keep that core engaged because it will protect that low back. We don't ever want low back injuries in yoga. Inhale forward, exhale back. So you should feel this in your upper arms, in your shoulders, in your lower abdominals, and in your upper back. Let's do 3 more. And last one. Beautiful. Let's bring our head forward just a bit, just so our shoulders are over our elbows. Place your right hand on the seat of the chair and then your left. And then walk your right foot forward and then your left. Bend your knees a little bit and then come on up to a standing position. Beautiful job. Oh, well, good job today, guys. You should feel great about yourselves. That was a lot of work. Well, as always, it was a pleasure to join you on the mat, and it was a joy to lead you in your yoga practice. And it was an absolute honor to be part of Expert Orthopaedics yoga videos. And as I mentioned before, you can find me and get to know what I'm up to in the yoga world at hannahmanjett.com. And until next time, I will be wishing you much peace, love, joy, and gratitude. Namaste, friends.